Namaste. I am going to talk about a topic which concerns us all. What is education? So, education, as it is generally understood, is the acquisition of knowledge from educational institutions, whether it's from schools or colleges or universities. So, to gain from knowledge of any kind from a source outside of ourselves is generally considered as education. So, education aims at intellectual development, which is expected to generate a workforce in the form of jobs in society. So, education is also meant to fulfill the social, economic, political needs of a society, apart from creating cultural expressions and owning up ethical responsibilities by the citizens. So it has to result in us becoming responsible citizens of the country. But what is the meaning or the root term of education? It comes from the word educe or educere, to nourish or to bring forth, to draw out. Now, what do we understand by this term? It obviously means that it is something within and we need to try to bring it out. So, as Swamiji said, education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. So, we are like a seed. The knowledge can be, an analogy can be made that it is like a seed within us, and it slowly starts becoming a kind of a sprout and then a plant. So it starts emerging from within. So as we nourish a seed to become a sapling and a plant and a tree, so also we need to create the right environment where the knowledge that is within us can slowly blossom forth. And that is what, it is important that we understand the uniqueness of the quality of that which every child wants to express. So that becomes something unique. So it's just like, different seeds, like different seeds of different fruits are unique in themselves. So the knowledge which will arise out of a child is going to differ from one to the other. So hence, education cannot be prescriptive. This is very important that we need to understand. It's an exercise, not of just, providing tons of information. It needs to be a developmental model. It should go, the whole process is developmental. So education in ancient India was man-making and not only for survival. So it was a means of self-realization, as a means for the highest end of life, for being liberated, as we understand, from the illusion of life, and according to those times attaining moksha. Now, ancient Gurukula system of education was essentially a journey to discover the true self and the development of life skills to enable what we understand to be the fulfillment of that goal. So that is what is knowledge? You see, is it purely an information? Is it something which is, we are kind of gathering from outside, or is it really a quality of the soul? We have the famous and very important shloka, asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amrutangamaya. So the student is led from darkness to light, you see, from ignorance to knowledge. So the student in the ancient Gurukula had to undergo this self-discipline to discover the self. So the process was inside out. So to know that by which all is known. So that was the search. To know that, to know that by which everything can be known. So education is all about unfoldment of that deep-seated wisdom or knowledge which is hidden within each one of us. It is this process of discovering that brings along the components, in a child a component of curiosity, challenge, and discovery, which results in the joy of learning. But the Western approach is quite, opposite. It approaches outside in, because generally for them, they have goals, as I already have explained. It is about trying to, develop intellectually, or to create a job force through the process of acquisition of information and knowledge, and it addresses social needs and political and economic needs as well. And but the real philosophy of education, interestingly, has changed over the centuries, from focusing heavily on what to teach. You see, it was very much content driven. So the entire curriculum was content heavy, and now it is slowly turning to and paying increasing attention to the psychology of the child, of his or her own needs and areas of interest, what we term as child-centric learning or child-centric education. So teaching is now designed around the learner, and learner is at the center of the educational process. So from education being a means to gain knowledge about various subjects and domains, it has slowly turned to helping a child recognize his or her own interests, recognize his or her own strengths and weaknesses, helping the child to become a better human being. So when we take Macaulay's policy, which was in 1835, with the sole intention of trying to make clerks out of Indians, well, we have come very far from it. But unfortunately, even till date, apart from some outward variations, we have really not changed the course of education. So education in India has to go back to its true purpose, to serve, to know oneself better, and enable the potential within all of us to be put to its best use. Sri Aurobindo says, a child is an evolving soul. So the true purpose of education is to facilitate that inner development of a human being.